all you shiny, unique gems. Welcome to another episode of Detective Grimoire. Let's shake things up and get moving with Chapter 2, A Deadly Disguise. I'm Jemica Ribbons. Let's get into it.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets, that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key. I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on the office door.
Ah.
Office?
So you did murder him.
You murderer!
Anyway, you.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
I think they
When
did.
you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Did you do it?
To think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Stop asking me stupid questions.
Murder. Fine. You're no help. Wait. Keep forgetting that I have
Made
to...
of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships.
I keep forgetting I have to click on random stuff.
Water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that.
Well, you're no fun.
Grass, trees, nothing unusual. A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
Okay. Let's go this way. Oh, hello, ma'am.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Ooh, hats?
Brightly colored boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them?
What's this? What's this?
Ooh.
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
We already have the mask.
It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside.
Haha.
Two clues for the price of one, I guess.
I win.
Boggy dolls, boggy toys, boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
See, you're warming up to the idea of this attraction. Headpiece from a homemade boggy costume, found hidden amongst the boggy hats in the gift shop, has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern. Oh wait, that means that was part of the boggy costume. The red lining was a piece ripped from some curtains. The curtains in the office. Hello, madam.
Humble gift shop wagon.
No, I'm trying to talk to her. Hey.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
I love your outfit, madam. I know, I was in my office yesterday. Oh, did you miss me?
Did you miss me?
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
I'm jealous of your hair, madam. I wish my hair was that long.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Ooh.
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Shucks, folks, I'm speechless.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
that's the point of a disguise.
Look,
Yeah, and
detective,
you had the
when you have
hat.
legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always
Fair
wear
point.
those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
You should never assume, because when you assume. You make an ass of you and me.
Making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Making assumptions makes an ass out of you and me. Ah. So your job.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money.
You've got a case of puppy love, girl. You like Detective Grimoire.
You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that.
Hush,
You only
Penny.
just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day.
Oh.
This place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted.
Well, don't say that. You're gonna get covered in mud now.
When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
Were you murdering?
But it won't help. I
To
worked
get a
here
raise?
during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening. Same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't
Touche.
lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
Oh.
Left them here. By the gift shop.
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my clothes back if they had swamp stuff on them, but it's a swamp juice, so... Or the bog juice. A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally said someone played a joke on her since they're covered in a strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night. And if we go and check out...
I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope.
If we go and check out what that stuff is made of, it's gonna be the same as the bog
There aren't
juice.
many clues over here. Unless those trees are a clue. But I
Those
don't
are
think so.
mushrooms, dude. I clicked on the mushrooms. Okay. I still have one more person to interrogate. Who am I missing? Is there any way I can go here? I can talk to the detective.
The water is black and deep. My
Try and solve every suspect's challenge topic. If you're struggling, don't forget to present profiles and clues to people who might be interested. Oh, and hurry up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to the office and get into the office. Oh, hey, you weren't here before.
You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I'm a
I
detective.
always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, you know, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put
Is that
it back?
Arin Hanson?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say
Why does
so.
that sound like Arin Hanson?
Everstone, at your service.
Hold on.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Pause for a minute. Pause for a minute. No, that's the wrong button. I need to figure this out. We're taking a short break. Detective. Grimoire. Echo. Voice actor. Michael Patterson? Really? Why did I think he sounded like... Why the heck did I think he sounded like Arin Hanson? Oh well. Anyway. Why? Because it gives you an elevate... I don't remember what he said. Why? Because it gives you an...
Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose.
Yeah, what he said.
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again. Until my job is done.
Ah. I'm gonna present a clue. Look.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Okay. What about this?
Do it to somebody else.
Okay. What about
No
this?
thanks, my friend.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy. I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips.
Ah.
He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
He was only discovered 60 years ago.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
What's your
You're
job?
protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you
Stop
involved.
swamping the swamp.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it
Not
was...
thought, felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
Thank you.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Now, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
But they're littering.
Reserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that, he's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself.
Assuming he's real.
When you assume, you make an ass of you and me.
On our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should
What if
be
he's
left
flattered?
alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Exactly.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician. Or anything.
So you drew it,
So
the
instead, I made
the
a decision
drawing.
to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Fine, where were you last night?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. what were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting a tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
Yeah.
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat.
That's fair.
Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
Did you steal someone's leggings?
And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night.
You think you'd be terrified of going to sleep?
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
Okay. What about this?
I have no idea.
What about this?
Show it to somebody else.
What about
No,
this?
thanks, my friend.
Well, you're not gonna eat it. It's got poison on it. What about this?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
I'm gonna click on all the information.
This is so humiliating!
Show it to somebody else.
Oh, I should be showing it to Folder. You're lucky. I'm leaving.
Rocks sitting in the water like stepping stones. If that was a natural occurrence, it's a very convenient one. There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction.
Oh, so I do have to click everything. Alright. Now let's use the key.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped.
Of course, it never is.
This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
Well, that's an interesting question. You should use this one here. And this one here. No. This one here. And this one here. Oh, wait. Wait. This one here. And this one here. No. This one and this one. There we go. Oh, well, that's not creepy at all.
These animals, they're not...
Alive?
I don't recognize any of them.
Well, this is a hippogriff, I think. That could be a skinwalker, a werewolf, maybe a Scar from the Lion King, a Cyclops bunny, a water buffalo, and a scared cat. And a tiny dragon. Somebody shot him.
Rifle, discarded carelessly near the window.
Or he shot at the creature.
This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
Remington must have shot at something.
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. And Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed.
Was he hunting him?
His work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings. It's a letter Remington was writing before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but have only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close, all due to the simple realization. The rest is obscured. What a tease.
I'll do the simple realization that Boggy's not real?
appears business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. It's a note addressed to Richard Remington.
A love note?
The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF.
FF.
And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea.
Mystery for tomorrow. Read the letters on Remington's desk. I got an achievement. Okay.
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
But why?
The open window looks over the wooden planks. Oh. This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever. This is the creepiest office.
Okay, you don't have anything else to say?
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those three prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
That's the murder weapon?
Coincidence? I think not!
Fire poker hidden in Remington's office. It has 3 small prongs on the end. There's a small amount of dried blood on the tips of the prongs, covered in a strange liquid slime. The 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon?
I probably shouldn't leave until I've searched a bit more thoroughly.
What haven't I clicked on?
I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it.
Oh, you're such a coward.
Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing. Hunting memorabilia. It would be... This is the creepiest office I've ever been in. Ever.
Okay, have I looked here?
Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace. One of the frames is empty. Wait a second.
Oh.
One of these pieces on the floor underneath it. This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Interesting. Okay. There's his hat. This goes over here. This goes over here. That's Remington's body. Aha. This goes here. Come on, that aligns perfectly here. Oh, there we go. Okay. That goes there, and that goes there.
This photograph, it's a young Remington, and some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Aha.
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
The hunting photo explains why a hunting rifle was found at the crime scene?
Photo explains why the hunting rifle was found at the crime scene. What is that supposed to mean? There's something about Mr. Remington.
Richard Remington. No, wait. Richard Remington. The hunting photo explains is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society.
It's historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong
yay!
Remington might be the bad guy in this story.
I did it.
If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around. See if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
I'm so smart. Ooh, chapter 3, Remington's Real Reasons. Alright, we'll keep going here. I feel like we're on the right track. Okay. Now let's go to Harper. Actually...
That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up in wooden supports? It's bizarre.
let's talk to Folder. Here. Look at this photo.
You found it. I wonder who else knows about it.
Richard
What
Remington.
Tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington.
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not?
Yeah.
It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this
So
design is
couldn't
some
have been
bizarre
him.
hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
Oh.
Well, those flippers, pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that...
Well,
there's no way anyone would believe nothing but foolishness.
Feels like I'm done talking to him. Okay. Well, I think you're too much of a nerd to be the murder suspect. Let's go... Oh, hello, little girl.
Aha! The great detective returns. Did you run out of ideas? Need a little push in the right direction?
I mean... no need to push me, but the direction would help.
No need to push me, but the direction would help.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
Yes.
I'm working on it. You can't
We did
rush these
talk to
things,
all
Kel.
of the suspects.
Anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Look, they've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
Oh.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand.
I understand.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase. And this place is so weird.
Not really. I mean, what better place to put a staircase than around a tree? Anyway, excuse me, madam. I'm going to present a clue to you. Oh, should I keep doing this?
Let's see. Foot and tap.
Do I have to do this for all of the things covered in swamp juice?
And now got it. Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down.
Ah, yes I do, because it went up 62%.
What's going on here?
What's so confusing about
Let's
it?
see. First thing we
It's
do
all the
is tap
same
faucet.
thing. You think you'd realize that by now.
Now we got it. Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. The swamp slime. It's all the same. It's the exact same liquid again. There's something about that green slime.
Waybird's College is proof. The fireplace poker is proof that the swamp creature the fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime.
The crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Now, can I show you this hunting photo?
Recognize some of those men. Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
You
Before
have
that,
one of the
yes.
same
And some of them
flowers.
After that. If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
You can't help me with powder? Alright, what about
You
this?
can put that away. I can't help you with it.
What about
No,
this?
thank you.
What about
If
this?
you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Are you not... Wait, hold on. The boggy costume.
Designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
Oh.
But that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would
Ah.
have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress.
So
There
then
was
it
a
couldn't
time
have
when I
been you.
considered
Unless you
sewing
did
my
it on
family,
purpose.
My livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Is that
You
the
can
curtain?
put that away. I can't help you with it.
Oh. I was hoping that's what it get, but... Okay, what about the
This is a
Explorer's
60-year-old
Journal?
journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know what it is.
I thought you might. I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Richard Remington founded Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature was hunted and killed.
Found at Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature was hunted and killed. What is that supposed to mean?
No? Huh. Oh, wait! Lady Waybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered 20 years ago.
Bridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 20 years ago. Maybe I just need to change one thing.
Richard Remington?
Richard Remington was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 20 years ago. Now that I'm starting to piece together the history of this place.
Okay, so it is that. Was living when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago.
Was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer. I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah.
You.
You.
Ha!
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house.
Oh, get over it, lady.
So let it go.
You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 60 years ago.
Living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
I need you to tell me if the journal is fake. I think you wrote something in the journal yourself. There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
You took it from the journal while it was on display in the museum.
From the journal while it was on display in the museum.
Oh.
Let's think about this one again.
Damn it. Shit. I hit the wrong button.
Did you?
Yeah.
You found when you remember.
You were living in the swamp 60 years ago, blah blah blah.
The one is sketch.
You learned.
There's a page missing, you know where it is.
Yours or what?
I really have no idea if I could see it.
No idea. If I could see it,
I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then I'll show it to you.
This is
Aww.
you. He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with
Don't
me.
be hard on yourself.
The rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Ah.
Footprints.
And she would know what the feet look like. So she couldn't have made the costume. This page proves the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Also features a drawing of Boggy's feet and footprint. He has 2 toes at the front and 1 at the back. Features drawing of a Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Given to Weybridge by the explorers 60 years ago. The lost page ripped out of the explorer's journal. Okay. What should I talk about? Richard Remington.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the
That
creature
makes
will
you
fall
sound
on its little
suspicious.
tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
Like
What are
you?
talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal.
Ah.
That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my homeland. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's Bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
I might still need her chemistry skills. Okay. So there's another thing I'm looking for. Let's go to talk to Harper. Here, what do you make of this?
One of Mr. Remington's secrets. I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Ah.
That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle.
For murder?
He keeps it around. For whatever reason, he was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Ah. So last night...
Ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to? Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I looked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
Ah.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton stuff. There simply aren't many people who
So
would
nobody
choose to
could
work
tell
in
that
a
he was
place like
hunting.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke.
Huh.
I won't laugh.
I will.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time.
I
came
thought it
to
was
work
funny.
at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some
Like
hobbies
murder?
that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream. I can tell you that much. Why don't you show that to someone else?
Fine. I've done all the talking I can. Alright, Richard Remington.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Okay, I unlocked the challenge topic.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning, they're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
I have proof you were wearing them during the murder. This exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have to prove someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up?
Or put them back in her
Besides,
bag.
what do you notice?
They're all stretched out. They're loose and stretched.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these.
Ah.
Stretched out, especially at the waist.
Ooh, Echo.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes. But only if you choose one for me.
Ah.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Is there a point to this? Huh. Okay, a small plastic toy sold at the gift card has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water. Feels like I'm done talking to her. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna tie a ribbon around this episode for now. We'll get back to this later. I hope you guys had a wonderful time watching and had as much fun as I did making it. Bye, guys. Go shake things up. I promise my outros and intros will become less awkward as I go on. Bye!